All year you've been working on your goals. You've been trying and working and implementing all the good habits, and it was going really well until eventually you kind of started burning out. You started doing a little less, it started going less smooth, and then you kind of just stopped. But in those last 60 days of the year, I want to motivate you to get back on track. I'm starting a challenge. I am challenging myself to give it my all in these last 60 days. And I want to take you along with me. Why a challenge? I freaking love this time of year. I love the months of November, December, January. It always comes with this rush of motivation to finish the year off strong and start the next year on a high note. Excuse me, sir. I have been very much in my comfort zone since the beginning of this summer, and for the end of this year, I just really wanted to give it one final push. So I decided to challenge myself. To be prepared is half the victory. So we will prepare. Personally, I went back to my goal board, but if you didn't make a goal board in the beginning of this year, then you can just focus on what is important to you right now. But don't set your goals carelessly. No more than 3 to max 5 things that are really important to you right now. And preferably things that you will feel the benefit of within a month or 2 months. If you see the effects during the challenge, it will make it a whole lot easier to keep going. This is the moment to motivate yourself. Whether it is to create a mood board, to write a journal entry, to do a visualization meditation, find a way to make that end result tangible. If you don't translate your goals into actionable steps, you're not off to a good start. So transform those goals into daily and weekly non-negotiables. Small actions that you can take every single day that will bring you closer to your goal. They should be easy and doable, but they can be slightly challenging since we are only sticking to this for 60 days. We want to push ourselves just a tiny bit more. Do not look at the most impactful way that you can do this habit, but more so to the most fun and easy and doable way to approach this goal. I will take my own life as an example for this. I was pushing myself to run faster and harder and further every single time I went for a workout. It was hard every single time. That made me so unmotivated to go out. I started doing shorter workouts, shorter runs, and I find myself going out a lot more because it's easier. It's a workout done. It's better than no workout done at all. Make sure that you have a way to track these habits. Whether it's in a note on your phone, a post-it on your computer, a habit tracking app, make them visible to keep them top of mind. The biggest battle is not forgetting what you are actually going to do. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Except we're going to do both. Kind of. You are not a robot. Your energy levels fluctuate, your mood changes, and motivation comes and goes. And yet when we set goals, we all of a sudden expect ourselves to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. The one that has motivation for days, that will never be tired or sad or run out of time. And that is why you fail, because you expect not to fail, because you fail to prepare. And that's what's gonna make this challenge different. Before you start, you will plan for those moments of failure. You will plan for the difficult moments, for the low energy days. But how exactly do you do this? You should not have to spend time looking for your workout clothes or have to run to the store every night in order to be able to prepare a healthy meal. I have made a whole video dedicated to this. It's right up here in the card. But almost every single habit is actually a system. And why? Because whether you work out or not, it depends on so many factors. Do you feel rested enough because you slept enough? Do you have enough energy because you took your vitamins? Do you have something to wear because you've done your laundry? Eating healthy depends on having groceries in the house, knowing healthy recipes to prepare, having the time to prepare said meals. And it works like this for every habit. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, wrote about the concept of the habit before the habit, or the 2-minute rule. He makes the argument that putting on your running shoes is the catalyst for a workout habit, not the workout itself. So you should focus on those small 2-minute actions before starting the actual behavior for building the whole habit. Don't expect too much of yourself right away. Think about the things that you struggle with today. Low motivation, low energy days, overwhelm. These things don't just go away when you decide to start this challenge or set a goal. So don't expect them to. Prepare for them. Create an energy menu for habits. Have a version for high, normal, and low energy days. Have a checklist ready for moments where you feel overwhelmed so you can follow it step by step and get the habit done. Meal prep if you know you won't have enough time to cook healthy throughout the week. Creating lasting change isn't about erasing all weaknesses from your life. It's about knowing how to handle them. Similar to my last point, you don't only need to prepare for difficult moments, you also need a strategy to fall back on when everything goes off the rails and you completely fall off track. Our reaction in those moments isn't rational. We tend to fall into a doom spiral. See, I always fail. I'm worthless. I'll never create any change. I might as well just give up now. Sound familiar? I made a list for these occasions. I treat them like an emergency situation. And I learned this when I was still a camp counselor. Then we had lists, like simple checklists for situations where things could go wrong. And it could be as silly like call an ambulance when a child is hurt. Don't forget to notify the parents. They seem so silly. But as soon as something happens, and I had a child get pretty hurt before, and in that moment, you are so grateful that you have that checklist because you're so focused on keeping your emotions in check that thinking rationally becomes incredibly hard. And you need to do the same for yourself when you're stuck in a doom spiral and when the emotions and worthless feelings are taking over. I created a list for myself, and it's a very gentle list. We're just going to take care of ourselves as if we were a nice, gentle parent. For me, it's stop consuming content, make yourself a coffee and go for a long walk outside with a motivating podcast or meditation, clean my house. When I fall off track, it always becomes a mess. Take a shower, complete 3 habits of the day, and these can be low energy habits. Go to bed early, get up at 7 the next morning, and start again. No discussion. And it always works. It gets me out of the doom spiral of I'm never going to be able to get back on track. I follow the steps and I'm right back on track. The moment you start again, you are back on track. Whether it is blasting loud music, having friends present, getting out of the house to do your work, find what it is that makes the going easier and use it in every single moment where you need it. But so what am I actually challenging myself to? I am focusing on 5 aspects of my life for these last 60 days of the year, which is crazy to say, by the way, the last 60 days of the year. 2023 has been wild. But back to the point. What is it that I would call success? Well, I am highly focusing on being a budget queen. I want to let go of impulse spending. I want to set up sinking funds, and I want to do monthly budget sessions. It's also something that I would love to make content about. So if you're interested in that, please let me know in the comments. I set on my goal board this year that I wanted to lose 5 kilograms, and that is what I am pushing myself to in these last 60 days. 5 kilograms may not be entirely realistic, but I really am looking after my health and I really have some weight to lose, so that is what I will be focusing on. I want to close like my Apple rings every day so that I get my movement in, I burn my daily calories. I want to get in the gym twice a week to build some more functional strength, and I want to go on 2 runs a week. That will equal to 5 workouts because I also have tennis class every week, and that would be a lot, but for 60 days, I think I can actually stick to that. And I want to stick to the 80-20 rule eating wise. I haven't entirely decided yet whether that will be a weekly thing or a daily thing. We'll have to see. And really important, I started taking vitamin D and B12, and honestly, it has changed my energy levels so much. So that is something that I really want to keep up. We want, and this is not a just me goal, it's an us goal. We really want to keep the house more clean and be more organized people. So we made a whole entire cleaning list, and we're going to try to stick to that. I really want to become a person that is naturally organized and clean. And probably that will never happen, but at least for 60 days, I would like to believe that I could make that happen. I want to get back on my YouTube grind. I make a little less videos now because I make them a lot better and a lot more complicated, so they take a little more time. But I really want to focus on uploading as much as I can in these last 2 months of the year because they're my favorites to make content for. So if I burn myself out a little bit, I guess that's okay. So I want to upload every single week in November and not miss a single upload. And on YouTube in December, I want to do Vlogmas. I really want to upload every single day, and it won't be a full video every single day. Sometimes it will be shorts, but I really want to push myself to get one piece of goal setting content and preparing for 2024 out every single day for you guys. Goal setting is my content. This time of year is prime time. So I really want to push for that. And if I want to do that, I need a shitload of video content. So I want to film B-roll every single day. Because stage B-roll just doesn't do it for me as much as naturally taken B-roll that was really in the moment. And I'm probably gonna buy a new camera too. It's gonna be great. And the last thing that I really want to focus on is to hone in on my creativity. I want to create every single day. I want to finish one sewing project every week, and that is mainly because I have a way too big of a pile of projects that I need to finish. So one a week, a minimum. I want to knit because I want to knit a sweater, and one of my colleagues is having a baby and I really want to knit him some little sweaters. And I want to draw. I want to draw my thumbnails. I want to draw on other things. I want to draw again. I bought an iPad specifically to create drawings and stickers and stuff like that, and I've been neglecting it a little bit, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a challenge for me, and usually I don't deal that well with challenges, but since I've put these goals from stuff that I think I will really enjoy doing and that will bring me a higher quality of life and that will bring me so much closer to the dream life and the goals that I set in 2023. I really hope that it will stick. With all the preparations in mind, I still have like a week to prepare to set myself up for success. So I'm going to do that. That's also why I published this video before the 1st of November. So you have a couple of days left to prepare. I hope you're excited for this challenge. I certainly am, and I would love to know if you made it to the end of the video what you are challenging yourself to. Please leave it in the comments. I'm a curious human being. I am going to make some follow-up videos about this project as well. So if you want to see that, please subscribe. And with that, I'm gonna let you go. Toodaloo!